Amigos, it's season 4 here at Mallorca. We are a European challenging side now. We will start this year in the Europa League, and we've quite the budget to be spending this year as well to improve for European football. Rather frustratingly, the board expect us to reach the final in our first ever European tournament. Okay, I'll try. Domestically, they want us to qualify in a Champions League spot. So we want top 4 now. And the round of 16 of the Copa del Rey. We reached the final last year, but unfortunately, of course, lost to Barcelona. Financially, they want us to make a profit of £2.7 million from a youth player. That's easily done with the amount of youth players I have available at the club. Brand exposure-wise, a streak of 5 games unbeaten. That should be, hopefully, relatively straightforward. And sign 1 player of a different nationality from the one of the club. That's easily going to be doable. And that's the high expectation as well. Youth development-wise, we did the short-term one. Long-term-wise, we need a player to one of those 4 eligible players to play at least 30 games of the games in this season, this next season, since they were called up. That's not really going to be a possibility, as they're not quite good enough. We are going to be sending out a lot of our young potential talent on loan this year, but those that have the very best potential will only short-term loan and maybe start using from the January transfer window. So here are my plans for this window. Yes, we've got a lot of money, but we've also got a lot of young talent that can potentially mean that we don't need to spend that money in 6 months' time. So I'm apprehensive to go and splash all of that cash and kind of ruin those youngsters' careers before they've even gotten started. We will continue with Koke Vegas as our #1 goalkeeper and hope that he grows quite well this year. Asenjo will be our cup goalkeeper, and Morientes will go back out on loan to hopefully grow as well as he did last year. Koke Vegas, fingers crossed, will develop this year. Currently, it says he's not going to develop anymore. If that doesn't change between now and once we've advanced a little bit, then maybe I will have to think about buying a new goalkeeper and selling Koke Vegas, because if he's not going to grow any further than 78, which he should do, then we're going to be in a bit of trouble with regards to our goalkeeper. At left back, I would like a backup left back, please. Kufre is still wonderful, but Prada and Bravo, I've decided I do not want. We're going to want a better backup left back, meaning that we're going to have to buy someone because we don't have any youth prospects in that position. Backup left back suggestions, please. At centre back, we've still got Kim Min-jae, we've still got Bella Kotchap, we've got Montez. Clark and Picard are going to go out on loan. Gonzalez, his contract is expiring in 12 months. I'll actually remove him from the loan list. For the time being, I'm happy with my centre backs, mainly because these guys, fingers crossed, are going to grow really well out on loan this year, whether that be a short term or a long term. As in short term 6 months or long term 1 year, and then they'll be involved in the squad next season. So centre back I'm happy with. Right back I'm very happy with. Casas is wonderful, and Pippa is an excellent step in. So we're quite happy with that part of the defence as well. So only a backup left back so far. Legendre is going to go out on loan again this year. He's one of those that I'm going to look to loan for 6 months, not 12, because he could hopefully grow really well and come back and be involved in the first team picture. Zaki Ali, I'm looking to loan. Puj, I'm looking to sell. Suleiman, I'm looking to loan. Avila loan, meaning I only really have Robertone and Bay as go-to central midfielders. I would like a defence-minded central midfielder, please, for the squad. And a decent quality one as well. Not a worldie. We're not in a position to be able to be signing worldie players. No Federico Valverde. No Franck Kessié. We're not at that level yet. But I'd like someone to come in initially to be a bit of a rotation player. I am developing Bay's defensive stats. After changing him from box to box, I'm trying to develop his defensive stats now so he can become a much better all-round player. So fingers crossed, in 11 weeks' time, when that defensive work rate goes up and those tackling stats start to improve, his rating will go up quite considerably, and the time it would take to change him to a CDM might drop, although that's the plan, to buy someone else in to rotate in at CDM. Bay and Robertson, also Robertone, will start, and I would like a rotation CDM, please. So, backup left back, and someone of about the same quality as Bay and Robertone for a CDM position. And then Perhaps we keep Zaki Ali for now just as an extra central midfield option. But we do have Danny Rodriguez who can play. We could certainly utilise at centre mid. Nicholas Wood is going to go out on loan, hopefully for a full season. Abdullah is going to go out on loan, hopefully for a full season. At Cam, obviously in Suat, we're still very, very happy with. For the time being, Danny Rodriguez has 1 year left on his contract. Danny Rodriguez has 1 year left in his career. Danny Rodriguez will have 1 year left at the club and stay with us and still play a part. Suleiman, he's a guy that is going to go out on loan for 6 months. He grew by 9 last year, and he'll be my backup cam in the second half of the season because he'll improve by more so than Danny Rodriguez. He'll get more first team football in the first 6 months than he'll get with me, so hopefully his growth will be good, and then in the second half of the season he'll get plenty more first team football with me, especially if you make it to the latter rounds of the Europa League. Tiam's going to go out on loan. Verdejo out on loan as well. Mane's 29 now. Kubo still on the right-hand side, but he is going to have to improve this year because he wasn't good enough last season. At least we didn't get enough goal contributions from him last year for our liking. So Verdejo will go out on loan. Mane, I'm contemplating replacing, but at the minute we've still got Musa on the left and Kubo on the right. I'm happy enough with that. But maybe we sell Mane as a 77 rated player, although it's been very good for us, Carlos Mane. Perhaps we sign another rotation striker. Rotation winger, perhaps. Bird is going to go out on loan. Prado will go out on loan. Verdejo out on loan. Diabate is going to get sold. Perhaps we sign a rotation winger now with the plan to sell Mane next year and then hopefully have one of these youngsters step in to Mane's shoes and we'll have 4 wingers still. So a backup left back, please. A first team quality central defensive midfielder, but obviously not the top echelon of players because we're not that developed yet. And also a rotation winger, please, that's about Carlos Mane or Musa's ability. Musa is 78 rated, so somewhere about 80 rated for a backup winger. And Lombardo, I'm thinking I'm probably going to sell. I'm probably going to sell Lombardo because we can improve on him, and unfortunately he's just not going to be good enough. So, backup winger, backup left back, first team quality CDM. They are my requests of you in the transfer window, please, with your suggestions. We're going to send our youth scouts out. Actually, let me send Ibai Estrada out first. We'll keep him domestic. I'm literally just going to look for... I don't know whether to look for a goalkeeper. I'm tempted. I'll look for physically strong players or technically gifted. Technically gifted was normally quite good for us, wasn't it? Maybe we could find a winger there if we get technically gifted players come back. Well, judgment is pretty good and experience is decent. There was some call to send a staff member to... Where is Uruguay? Please tell me Uruguay's here somewhere. There we go. Uruguay's further down than I thought. To send someone to Uruguay to look for a striker because of some of the good quality Uruguayan strikers that have been playing in La Liga over the course of the past few years. Diego Forlan, etc. Luis Suarez, Maxi Gomez. He's Uruguayan. I'm pretty sure Maximiliano Gomez is Uruguayan. I might be mistaken with that, but I think he is. And then again, we'll try and go to Africa and we'll look for a South African, physically strong player. A South African physically strong player. One of those kind of physical brutes for the midfield. I can't say that we're really going to utilise many youth players now at this stage because we've got a handful that are already going to develop really well and are quite advanced along that development path. So we playing in the pre-season tournament, as you can see there. Buenos Aires, Wolves and Arsenal in our group. It's not the easiest of groups. Of course, Buenos Aires are the unlicensed Boca Juniors. And then in the other side of the group is Palmeiras, Leicester, Everton and Racing Club. So Brazilians and Argentinians involved there. I don't expect us to get through in this group stage, at the very least, in this tournament. And then the league season doesn't start until the 12th of August, by which point I'm going to have needed all of your feedback, and that will not leave me enough time, scout report-wise, to get some information back. So again, we will do the pre-season tournament and maybe advance a little bit further to try and ensure that we get most of the sales through that we want to get done, or loan bids in for players that we want to move on, and then from there we will wait for your feedback before recording the next episode. This video is going to be going out early on Bank Holiday Monday, so I'm going to be recording the next episode this evening as you see this. I'm going to be live on Twitch this afternoon, switching my recording and streaming times around today. So if you want to come and join me for some Football Manager on Twitch with Cambridge United in the Champions League now, then by all means come and join me. Link in the description down below. I would very much love to see you there over on Twitch this afternoon. But for the time being, I'm going to cut here and I'll join you when... Oh, there we go. That's just everybody saying they're very happy to go out on loan. No! Whoa! Hang on! Right, I'm going to need a new striker. Arsenal have met Brenner's £110 million release clause. Wow! Shit. Okay. So we're going to have about 200 million to spend. Gentlemen, I very much need your striking suggestions now, please, as well. Oh, shite. We need a new striker, a backup left back, a backup winger, and a first team centre mid, please. It's not going to be long before that deal to Arsenal is done. He may even play against us. Oh, I forgot about that bid for Pudge. Let's just accept that. And we'll reject the one from Ajax for Lamkelzee. He may even play against us in the upcoming friendly against Arsenal if that move goes through by the time we get there. Oh, no. Brenner's been a mixed bag in this save, but towards the end of last season, he was really starting to make an impact. And that impact has clearly enticed... Oh, he's gone! Oh, he's going to go. Brenner sold. He's gone. Brenner is gone. Oh, no. Lads, I need a new striker, please, because at the minute, I don't have one. Lamkelzee is my current backup striker. I need a first-team striker, please. Please don't tell me Brenner is going to play this game for Arsenal. Legendre, a bid from Sporting to loan him. I will delegate that and try and get a short-term loan. He's one of the players we only want to loan out for 6 months that could come into the starting lineup or starting squad next season. They're not starting him, at least. They're not starting Brenner against me. Oh, it would have been an absolute heartbreak to see him play against us so quickly. Did he come off the bench for them? He didn't. We lose 2-0 to Arsenal and get comprehensively beaten. We drew against Wolves. They've now beaten Boca Juniors, so we are going to need to beat Wolves to stand a chance of... Oh, no. Beat Buenos Aires to stand a chance... Oh, no. Kufre's got a release clause of £121 million. It's not a problem. I am going to renew a handful of contracts between this episode and the next, but players like Kufre still have enough gap with their current value and their release clause not to worry about it for the time being. I thought that was the case with Brenner as well, because he was only valued at around about, well, £36 million when he signed that contract. Ah, dearie me. Wow, Brenner has flown off the shelves. Right, we need to beat Buenos Aires and hope that Arsenal beat Wolves, and we haven't even beaten Buenos Aires. So, Wolves beat Arsenal. So it was the other way around as well in that title. Wouldn't have mattered if we won anyway. Tournament prize money, only 2.25 million from that pre-season tournament. We'll just advance a little bit further, see if we can get some of those loan bids in. A bid for Danny Rodriguez. Have a word. Danny goes nowhere. Thank you very much. As ever, this is going to be, or as ever with the La Liga series, this is going to be a much shorter episode with no gameplay in it. Sporting have agreed a short... No, they haven't. They have not agreed a short-term loan. They've negotiated a 2-year loan. That's twice what you initially bid and 4 times what I actually asked for. No, short-term loan, please, Sporting. A 1-year... No. No, short-term. Go on then. I'll let him go out for... I'll let him go out on loan. I can always recall him in January, can't I? I can always recall him. It's not going to be an issue. It's not going to be an issue. He can go out on loan for a year, and I'll just recall him in January and hope that he's grown well. More loan bids. One for Clark. That's a 2-year loan for Angers. We will delegate that. And a short-term loan, please. And a bid of... Oh! Yikes! Insua's valued at £104 million now. That bid is 119. Insua's release clause, thankfully, is 176. I think we might need to offer Insua a new deal because he was 80 rated last time we signed a contract with him, and I think it's It's too risky to leave it as is. I'm going to do that immediately. Insua, my young man, would you like to sign a new very lucrative deal? You're on 6. He's on 6 grand. 85 rated and on 6 grand. I tell you what, you can have that. A 1-year extension. Crucial. No release clause. £30,000. Fantastic. Right, let's alter then his release clause here on this spreadsheet, because we only update the release clauses once they sign new deals, rather than doing it on the fly. Otherwise, no release clauses would ever be met. So 19 years of age now, 85 rated, and a value of 104,500,000 pounds. 104 million. So his release clause is now 418 million. Let's just do that just for the sake of realism. There's no way we put a 401. I mean, to be fair, some clubs do put extreme release clauses on players in real life. Let me move that back over here. Right, okay. Insua has a new deal. Certainly, that raised our awareness to that. I'll go perhaps another week, one more week, and we'll see if we get any more loan bids in. If not, I will wait for your feedback. Again, I don't want to go too far and risk missing out on someone that could transfer in the meantime. Trying to get some more loan bids in. A transfer bid for Casas from Chelsea. We nearly lost Casas. We very nearly lost Casas last season to Manchester City. However, his release clause is 162 million on our spreadsheet, and is 118 million on his actual clause in game. And I'm quite happy to reject that bid from Chelsea. Casas stays for now, thank you. If they match that release clause, then fair enough. Legendre has gone to Sporting for a year, although, like I say, I'm probably going to recall him about January, depending on how he's grown in the meantime. Probably going to call the Diabate transfer bid. He was supposed to go permanently at the end of the last window. They've... I tell you what, yeah, we'll do the same. I'll accept the 1-year loan, and then I can always recall him. It's fine. So we're just trying to get loan deals. We get any more loan deals for those youngsters in the meantime? A transfer offer for Montes for Sevilla. Danilo Pereira. 81 rated Danilo Pereira. Who is a first team level CDM. That is what I'm after, really. It would mean we'd then have to replace Montes in the starting lineup, who hasn't been with us that long. I'll leave that one to you guys. Do we reject this, keep Montes and look for a CDM, or do I accept this, or maybe try and negotiate a little bit more money, and then use Danilo Pereira as that backup CDM, and look to sign a first-team centre-back? That's something I will offer to you. Obviously, Montes is new at the club, is my highest-rated centre-back, so maybe there'll be better options than Danilo Pereira for CDM, and better prospects for Montes to stay with us. Another bid for Diabate, which we will accept from Fulham. But I will leave that there then. Gives me a good way to end the episode, leaving you guys with a conundrum, as well as trying to find me a backup winger, a backup left back, potentially a first team CDM, or not, maybe a first team centre back, and definitely a first team striker, please. Oh, things took a turn with that Brenner deal, didn't they? They took a massive turn. We have ourselves plenty to think about in the comment section this afternoon. Thank you very much, please, boys. And of course, come and join me on stream this afternoon as well, and I'll be recording the next episode later on this afternoon. We have £187 million at our disposal now. Yikes, that's a lot of money for a side that are only really in European football at the Europa League level, but with aspirations of qualifying for the Champions League next season. So, get it done, boys. Let me know your comment section. Let me know your comments in the comment section down below, and hopefully I'll see you back here tomorrow, or over on stream on Twitch this afternoon, or fingers crossed, both. Drop the video a like if you've enjoyed and you're looking forward to this 4th season. Of course, make sure you subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on any more, and I will see you tomorrow.